Judy Rankin watching the Swede Linnea Strom at the 7th.
Perfect.
To make the CME Group Tour Championship, just a couple of chances left. Allie McDonald Ewing, she made an ace at the last event in the Tampa St. Pete area. How close? At the 5th, nearly. Twice a winner of this event at a different location over in Las Colinas. And
Allie Ewing, playing under her married name for the first time this week. Got married at the end of May.
And has generally played really good golf since.
Happy off the course, happy on the course, Judy. Nice tee shot there for Allie. Good chance for a 2. Allie Ewing for birdie. Back to 1 over. Tied 15th at the moment. It's 1 over par, so it gives you an idea of how tough it's been scoring wise, and really difficult start for Allie.
Turning a little bit right.
Turning a lot right, Jerry. Wow.
A little at a time makes a lot.
the cut line at the moment is 7 over. Just a 1.5 feet or so for Hall at 8.
Well, that would be confusing because Angela Stanford's went the opposite direction from the opposite side. Right in the center.
And just moments ago, Angela Stanford knows her way around DFW, Judy. Okay, for Stanford, that pitch in for birdie.
For another one, yeah, up the hill, turning a little right. A 7-iron from the right rough that never left the flagstick.
Right in the heart there.
That was really a good shot. That hole is located really deep in the green at 9.
And the Hall of Fame member, NB Park. Those long, languid swings are usually worth the wait, aren't they, Judy? Allie McDonald Ewing is going by Ewing for the first time after getting married back at the end of May.
Hang right there.
She won as Allie McDonald. She's trying to do it again, the player to be named later. Allie Ewing for birdie at the 8th. It looks weird, doesn't it, Judy? When you see Allie, but then you see Ewing up there.
Wasted no time. One of the fastest players around. This one turning left the entire way.
Just going to miss low. She was talking after her round yesterday about preferring this golf course when it plays a little longer at this time of the year.
And this was from 106 using the pitching wedge.
Good shot. She leaves herself a pretty good chance to make a putt. These look like beautiful, lush fairways.
Let's see the stroke of Nordquist here.
Should have a good idea on this one from Angela's putt.
Yeah, good
You
putt.
give Anna a read, she's going to take advantage, Judy.
Now Angela Stanford.
Slightly different angle, couple of yards less.
Plays downhill, maybe a yard of help in the breeze.
And there's another one. Corda didn't like her approach at 10, but this is for birdie nonetheless. Look at that takeoff and drop. She'll like the putt. Her lead is 2 again.
Couldn't tell if that moved above or below the hole. 20 wins for Inbee Park, the last of which came at the beginning of 2020, the ISPS and the Women's Australian Open. 2 tournaments in Saudi Arabia, finished 6th and 5th.
Stephanie Meadow had that for birdie. Now the cut line at the moment is +7. So Stephanie still inside the cut line. It was right here at this event last October, which was the last full field event of 2019, that her 6th place finish allowed her to keep her card and go from 112th to 99th on the money list.
Kind of well back with a very lofted fairway metal.
And all in all, not too bad.
Little ridge there, just looks like it might creep to the bottom.
Not, it's getting more and more not bad. At the 10th NB Park, second shot finally came to rest. Incredible, Judy. At the age of 32, NB Park just continues to roll right along.
Good putt. Good up and down.
For birdie for NB.
Charlie for a bogey.
Yeah, well done.
Good 4 in the end, but made a bit of a mess of that hole, didn't she, with the tee shot? She didn't like the tee shot, tried to draw it.
She has 151, bit unlucky with her tee shot, just kind of hit the ground and stopped. Ball was above her feet.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, I don't think she could have landed that much better, Judy.
To 10, with the ball already on the green that we can see from a long way away. Nordquist.
This from 117, that was a pitching wedge. And Anna's drive really did find that speed slot to get it all the way down here. The key thing here is just to make sure you get the ball started on for your chosen spot. And just to trust it. Yep. She's pretty good at that.
You just knew that was going to fall left right away. We've seen a few putts like that so far this week.
This should maybe be just right of center or dead straight.
Good putt.
Stays in front by 1. This is Charlie Hull for bogey at 12. Oh dear.
Oh, Charlie. She shoots the great 68 yesterday, and she said in her press conference, said, I almost couldn't swing the last 2 holes. I was so cold.
Over to NB Park, of course, burst onto the scene at the US Women's Open 2008, her first win. Oh, and now if that putter starts to work and she starts making those, then she could be a player to contend with next week, could be a player to contend with this week. Sneaking up there, looking for her 3rd win. Charlie Hull.
That was just 3 yards closer and played it very nicely from not a very good angle.
But we'll try to get a look at her putter in a little bit, and I will try to show you one thing that she has done better. Boy, Charlie's owned that putt today, the one that lips out.
Just going to be a par for Charlie Hull.
When she hasn't been such a prolific winner, she has been concerned about her putting. She hasn't thought that her putting was as good as it should be.
It's not too late if you can make a few of these.
Eight over par is probably going to be the number. It's edging towards 8 over. Only need a few more players to drop shots, and the cut will go to 8 over. Maria is at 11 over par, so there's still a chance she could play the weekend. Jessica Corda now for par at 13. Not going to be happy with that. Farsi, of course, turned pro after the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
This one is downhill.
For the lead, Anna Nordquist moves it to 5 under par. Took the lead into the final round in Arkansas.
It is, and there's a fine line between a caddy saying too much and saying just enough, Judy, isn't there?
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
That was just enough.
There you go.
Ellie Ewing, the third. Looking for it to sit, and actually needs to go a hop. Might have even gone in. Yep.
It's uphill. A little bit on the slower side. Shouldn't do much at all.
Finally? Yes.
That's what you needed. Dodge a club and make a birdie.
Yeah.
And she's made a few as well. But she's just kind of left the ball in awkward positions a couple times and then got a horrible break here off the tee.
Here it comes.
Easy for her.
It's a flying club par.
Rare.
It's the shortest par 4 on the golf course, so there has to be some difficulty somewhere, and certainly it comes in this approach and how the ball reacts on this difficult green. And that's going to stay.
Yep. An easy hole location.
Yeah, the old school way of designing things. And, Donald Ross course in Seminole. Nordquist for a birdie at 13.
Well, and even though she wouldn't have been happy with it, she left herself a good place to putt from, straight up the hill, but we'll have to be content with the par there.
First outing on the LPGA since the KPMG Women's PGA.
This is for par. First putt ran past. Oh dear. So she'll fall back to 7 over. And that is right on the bubble. 72 players are at 7 over or better. Tom speculated it could go to 8. I think that's not a bad bet given the difficulty of the 9th and 18th holes, for example, where each side will finish.
Stanford for par at 13. Yep.
Every bit of 5 feet, a little outside that actually. Again, slightly back uphill, should not turn much.
Yeah, no problem.
She's had to make a bunch of those.
You look at that putter, and you can see that the putter is pretty much resting on its sole. I think when NB was not putting so well, when she was a little frustrated, that maybe she had her hands a little lower.
Enough room left that she can feel like she's aiming at a comfortable target. Has a good lie on that fairway, pretty flat. This one's starting left and fading to the right. Should be pretty good.
Oh yes. Hole high, little past, getting better.
This is a nice putt for Anna right now. Just the way the shadows are falling and being a little bit downhill.
Oh.
Oof.
Well, it took a dip.
That looked good all the way. Coming into focus at the 16th is Jessica Corda.
The hole's cut right to where the green changes color. Up grain early, and she just lagged it up there because that one could have chased by easily as well. Charlie Hole missed her birdie putt, has about 3 feet remaining for par.
And at the 15th, Minjee Lee for a birdie. No, is it going to? Oh, it's going to get there. It is going to get there. It's up the hill there. I didn't think it was going to have the pace to get in, but Minjee gets it to 4 over. 16.
And Minjee Lee trying to creep closer toward even par. Oh, just a little shy. The cut line is almost to 8 over. 71 players at 7 over or better.
She'll make it, because like I said, she's hitting her line with good speed every time.
Oh my word, that's not going to make it.
That's robbery. I mean, she hit the putt right on line. It took a turn to the left and then back to the right.
Yeah, just moved left at the beginning, didn't it?
Oh my. You don't always get rewarded in this game. That is part of the frustration.
Charlie Hull. So you're not going to get the conditions that you get in the usual time of year the tournaments play, but you got to hand it to the staff here.
Chartered win is going to change her future, because I think she has found a spot out here, and she fits very well into the teeth of the wind.
Hannah Green.
A monster.
Hannah Green and Anna Norquist, the only 2 players who are bogey free today.
String of 7 straight cuts made is going to come to an end for birdie.
I think Judy hit the nail on the head earlier. Once she just, like that right there, once she just frees herself up and lets her instincts come out, instead of searching for the answer through a lot of other sources, I think she'll be off and running. But, you know, in the process, she built up a lot of mental luggage, and that's not easy to shed.
Here's Hall at 18 for birdie. It's going to be a 3 over 74. After having the lead through 18.
Was apparently something that she felt, and she could self-correct a little bit and so on. I think she's trying to become a perfect swinger of the club. Yeah. And Jessica Corda may own that, but not everybody has to be that.
The 17th hole, Stephanie Meadow has this for birdie. Well done, Stephanie gets her to 6 over par. She's the player with the tournament record here of 63 at this golf course. Ali Ewing approach at 17. A little hop off the bank. A nice shot there. It's a bit tight on the bunker, I would think, from where she was standing back in the fairway. Check in with Mel Reid for birdie at the 17th. Yes. Third birdie of the day for Mel Reid. She had a tough start. She made a double at the second. Here you can see 3 bogeys sandwiched between that birdie at 3. Players up to top 70, but they couldn't compete. Imby missing out there.
Yeah, well, it's this dreaded year of COVID that I think the player board was probably considering players have had not so many opportunities to play.
First star, 17.
Setting sun for Angela Stanford's third.
That was from 91, and having seen Anna's ball spin back, she was able to control hers a little better.
Well, it looked like it was going to come back towards the hole. Birdie putt here for Angela Stanford.
A little down the hill here, Tom.
And she's got
Very
it.
smooth.
Yeah, good day. A couple under par. It's going to be around in the 60s if she can make 4 at the last.
Inbee Park at the 18th in good position for the weekend. Tied for 8th, 4 back. The swing hasn't changed an
That'll
awful
do.
lot to my eye, Judy. How about yours? Drips it in the front arc of the cup.
She hits more putts where the ball falls in the hole.
Doesn't it mimic kind of her style? All right, here is Allie Ewing for birdie. Try to make a tough day a little better. Husband Charlie played on a state championship team at Highland Park High School, one of the all-time great high schools, about to celebrate its 100th anniversary.
This is for par at the 9th for no.
A little on the ticklish side, but no break.
Yeah, well done. And she is in the hunt to get that first win this weekend. Player who's only 19 years of age, turned pro in the early part of 2019.
This from 91, off of a downslope. And as this sun is setting, definitely about 5 degrees cooler right now. Is it going to come back?
That will be for par. Stay on top. Nordquist finishing up. By the way, Area is going to make the cut, which at the moment is +8. Tie for 70th at +8. Anna Nordquist is your leader despite that closing bogey, her only blemish on the scorecard today.
I think she looked like she just had a quick peek on that one. Maybe she didn't stay down just enough. I know she's going to be happy to be getting this round finished now as it's starting to get really cold out here.
She'll have a late-ish tee time tomorrow. 2 under par, tied for 5th.
I feel like when you do that, it's nice to be rewarded.
Is it enough?
She needs that little guy on her shoulder talking in her ear, reminding her that she was the best player in the world, and she's still a very young woman. And she has all the talent now that she had then.
Just turned 25.
That's right.
Over at the 17th, this is Pornanong Patlam for birdie. Pornanong has never won on tour. remember, she had that great battle with Georgia Hall at Royal Lytham in the AIG Women's Open a few years ago, and Georgia Hall came out the victor that day.